Hey guys, okay, today I'm going to be talking about the next step to tracking your macros, figuring out what your macronutrient ratio should be. So if you haven't watched the first video, I do want you to go back, watch video number 1 so you know what you should be doing for that first initial week. That's going to bring you to today, video number 2, and this will be your next steps. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen with you to MyFitnessPal, and let's take a look at this diary. Okay, here we go. So I pulled up a diary of mine in the past. This is what it was a completely full day. It looks like I tracked everything. And I can see my calories down here. That's something that's good, you're going to want to know. And then I'm going to go down to view full reports because I want to know actually what was my average intake for a whole week. So now I'm going to go over here and reset my dates. I'm going to do Sunday to Saturday. And let's go to change report. So it pulls up all the days that I tracked my food that week. So I have 5 days here. So I'm going to actually take my average. So here my average calories is 2,100, 2,000, 2,000, 1,600, and 1,400. So let's get my little calculator out. I'm going to get the average here these days. All right. And you can round, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be completely exact. This was 5 days of tracking, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ideally, you'll have 7, but hey, this is how the week ended up. So I'm going to divide this by 5. It looks like my average intake is 1,840 calories. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use as my starting calorie number. Now from here, we're going to figure out your protein. And the first week, I just want to talk about, or the second week, I just want to talk about your protein intake. So now we're going to do, I want you to figure out what 30% of this number is. The reason I want 30% is because that's about where you should start with your protein when you are just beginning. We're just trying to figure out kind of where you should be and go from there. So this is going to be a great number for you to start with. So I'm going to do a point times 0.3. This is the calories, remember, this is not your grams. So I have 552 calories. I need this to be in grams of protein. Now there's 4 calories per gram of protein. So I need to divide this number by 4. This is my protein number. So 138 grams of protein is my goal. And let's move this. Okay, so 138 is that number. After you do your math, you'll know what's your protein number. And I just want you to track your protein and your calorie goal for the next week. So in MyFitnessPal, you're going to go in there. Let's share the screen again. And we're going to go back. Into settings. And let's go, goals. Right there. Maybe. We'll get there. My internet is a little slow. Okay, edit daily nutrition goals right here. So I want my protein to be 138. I'm going to change that right there. And then my updated calorie goal is going to automatically be updated. So you're going to need to go through here and just put in numbers until you get to that 18. I can't remember what it was now. but write down your numbers so you don't forget like me. I think it was around 1850. So this works out perfect, but let's say I needed to really, this number was way off. Let's say it was at 1600, then I'm going to need to just put some different numbers in here, play around until you get to that 1850 goal. Because you're not going to be paying attention to carbs and fats for this week. You're just going to be paying attention to your calories and your proteins. So let's hit save changes there. And then I want to go to my food in my database, okay? So here's your protein number. Here's your calorie number. These are the only two numbers you're paying attention to. So when you're tracking your food, make sure that you're putting everything in there. And at the end of the day, you want to get to that 138 right there. The rest, the carbs and fats, are going to be whatever they are as long as you get to that calorie goal, okay? So just for instance, you'll want to, when you're planning ahead, you will want to plan ahead because that's how you're successful with this in the beginning. Yes, it's more work. Yes, it's more thinking. It pays off, so do it. So you'll want to plan your protein in advance. So let's say for tomorrow in the morning, we're going to have eggs. And so let's track that. We'll put that in there just for time's sake. I'm going to do really quick, easy ones. So we're going to put eggs in there. That's my breakfast. For lunch, I'm going to have chicken. And I'm going to just keep adding until I get to that 138 number, right? So now I'm at 60. I know I still need to put my dinner in there. So we'll put dinner in there. And then I'm going to say, okay, I have like 40 grams left of protein that I need to get to. So I should probably put in another snack. So then in your snack, you're going to be like, what can I have that's higher in protein that is a great snack option? So Greek yogurt. Let's put that guy in there. And we're just going to pick one just for ease here. So, well, that was not very high in protein. This Greek yogurt is not one I would recommend. However, we're just going to use it for time's sake today. All right, so that brought us here. And so you're just going to keep an eye on that number here and your calorie goal here until you continue to get close to that number. Protein, you'll be close to that number. And when I say close for grams, you're like 5-10 grams. So you could be 148, you could be 128, and I would call that a success. Calories, I'd say about 100 calories. You want to be within that range. It's going to take a couple days for you to play around, figure out what does it look like, what do your meals look like, that kind of thing. And so don't be frustrated if your numbers are not exactly right on. It's a learning process. And so I assure you that the time and energy you put into figuring it out in the beginning, it pays off so much in the end. So please take this time to actually do it as best as you can. Plan ahead. That's the biggest factor in being successful. And it will get easier. So if you have questions, please send me a message or comment on this, and I would love to help you. And I'm going to put a printout on here too, so you know kind of how to figure out what your calories are. Just go through everything I did with the calculator. So that will be helpful for you too. So have a great day. I will see you again next week for week number 3 when we start adding on another step.